March, which means it's Women's History Month, and this week we are celebrating women in manufacturing, and that's why we're at Lansing Community College with Jenna, and you're a journeywoman. So talk to me a little bit about what kind of motivated you to get into this very unique career.
So it's kind of long because I started in theater production, actually. So I wanted to design sets and costumes, so I went through a stage hand sort of high school program. When I took welding, there was a full-time lead. Her name was Kathy Lindquist, so she really encouraged me and said I was really good. At the time, I was like, I'll never need this. So
humble.
But then when when I reassessed what I wanted to do, that it really stuck with me. She said I was good at this, so let's give it a shot. So I jumped into the welding program here.
And so you spoke a lot about Lansing Community College. Talk us through some of your experience. You kind of hit on a little bit of points, and we're right here kind of in the welding area. We're by this is virtual reality, welding stuff, but talk to me a little bit about some of the highlights of your experience here.
For classes, I took a lot of the different manufacturing classes because going through, I didn't know necessarily where I wanted my focus to be. So I have a certificate in industrial maintenance, and I did a bunch of CNC technician classes. I wanted to be well-rounded, whatever I ended up in. So yeah, there's lots. This is really home for me for such a long time.
Yeah.
And the staff is always so, really encouraging. They really want to help you find your place, once you go out there. So. Yeah, there's lots of, different classes that have been really helpful. Through the welding program, they take through like pipe welding and the structural welding. Those are kind of the advanced classes, and those really are good prep courses for if you're going to go into like the construction field. So those ones were really helpful, and it really, gave me kind of a leg up when I started. So.
Yeah, is there anything when you're on the job right now where you're like, you take back, you're like, what, I remember when I learned something like this, at LCC, or those kind of experiences that, it sounds like obviously Lansing Community College definitely kind of helped you prepare for what you do every day now.
Yeah, it's definitely a good foundation. It feels like, especially welding is just this giant umbrella of potential things. So I took a rigging class here, and at the time, it's overwhelming, and if you're not doing it out, in your job and stuff, it can kind of like, what am I gonna do with this? And then you get out there and like, okay, this is why, the rigging class, especially, I remember, it was so difficult because we focused a lot on calculating weights, and the math is, kind of heavy, and you're figuring it out. And then now I'm my current job, I'm working with a crane every single day, and knowing those weights is a lot easier because I'm doing it every single day. And I'm like, okay, now I know why he was really a stickler about the math stuff, because can't we just pick stuff up, man? That's the fun part.
Right.
No, you really got to understand the safety, and knowing what you're picking up is really important so you don't have accidents and things like that. So
yeah, that's great. And we mentioned it is Women's History Month, and so for women or younger girls that are interested in a career like this, what advice do you have for them? Because I know it's not always the easiest journey in more of a men-driven field, but you're breaking down barriers. So what advice do you have for them?
A lot of it is access, and knowing early on that that's a path that you can take. There's different groups that's really starting to work on introducing women into the trades earlier. So like NAWIC, National Association of Women in Construction, do a lot with introducing like high school level girls to the trades. There's a pre-apprenticeship program that I actually work with, also women in skilled trades, and they help 18 and older. They give you a kind of a snapshot into all the different trades, and then help you decide which path you want.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your hard work and this empowerment. And I know women and young girls will definitely take inspiration from you. So thank you.
Thanks.